Hey Nintendo fans and collectors! Lithium here for my channel Nintendo Collecting, bringing you collecting tip number 101 and the conclusion to this entire series of videos. This entry is simply called Game On. First of all, when I started this line of videos, I wrote out every single collecting tip I had. I wanted to leave no stone unturned, and I wanted to give you all the information and guide or assistance that I could come up with for collecting. When I wrote out all the tips, I got somewhere around 90, and then I came up with a few more tips as the series went on, and I asked a few other collectors for some help where I needed it. But I really thought calling it 101 would be a smart idea to kind of keep the series finite, to make sure it didn't drag on, and to make sure that the series didn't get stale over time. Now I'm aware 101 usually means the introduction to a series, or an introduction to some sort of a topic. But when I got to around 101 collecting tips, I thought that would be a perfect idea to kind of end this series, and really to have a final point where this was just its own series and could stand on its own. But if I do come up with other collecting tips in the future, I will definitely share them with you, but that will probably be more of an asterisk to this series. A lot of you have been asking me as well, am I done shooting videos? The answer is absolutely not. I intend to bring you a lot more videos, and I'm hopefully going to pick up how many videos I post every week. So that will be more collecting videos, more collecting updates, recent gaming, Question Lithium, my new series that will just be answering all of your collecting questions, as well as top 10 lists, rarity guides, and hopefully some gameplay videos. I must say, when I went to post this video and to shoot the video, I was very nostalgic. I went back through almost all of my collecting tips, and I really wanted to see how my collection has grown. And I was really impressed with how my collecting tips helped myself, so I really hope they helped you as well. When I started the series, I was a student, and I'm now in my own career. But my collection was basically I was trying to break even with my collection and not spend any of my own money. And from being patient, persistent, and pouncing, and also from buying in bulk, keeping what I want, selling off what I don't need, and from sharing my collection and these collecting tips, and sharing my collection on YouTube, I can tell you I have broken even. And I think all of you can do the same if you really put your mind to it, and really with enough effort, I think you can break even. Let's get to this final collecting tip, Game On. As a collector of video games, you're in a very unique position. A lot of people collect coins or stamps or hockey cards, and those people only really have a one-sided experience with their collection. They get the item, there's the rush of the find, but then after that they can experience it, but that experience is pretty short-lived. But video games. Video games are meant to be played, and usually the experience for collectors is twofold. There's the experience of the rush of the find, of getting that rare item for a great deal, or finding that game that you always had as a kid and you want to relive it, and it's very nostalgic. Or something of that sort should probably give you a rush, and that's the first half of it. But the second half of collecting is really why I got into collecting. It's playing video games. It's experiencing them. It's meeting all the characters, traveling to those locations, and having an escape from my real life, from the real world, and just experiencing the video game and having a great time with it. And really, honestly, that's why I love Nintendo. It always keeps me smiling when I play their games. And I really hope you're not collecting games or collecting video games for the sole reason of collecting, but also to game with them. I really hope you're there to enjoy them and to smile and have a good time either on your own or with friends. A lot of you have asked me before, and I've heard this from collectors. They kind of say, I'm worried or I'm concerned for the day when my collection is done. When I got every single item I could ever dream of collecting, every console, every controller, every accessory, and every single game. What do I do then, Lithium? My answer to that is pretty simple. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Video games, they should be played. My personal goal was to try and get, I think, around 500 of the best home console Nintendo games. The best or the rare ones anyways. I am essentially at that point, right around that 500 mark. A few of the games I need to swap out, and I do have a few holes in my collection as well. But there are some collectors who collect every single game for a system. They get every single NES game. A lot of which they would never dream of playing or would never want to play because they don't like that style of game, or the game, honestly, is just bad. But my collection, I'm really looking forward to playing all of my games for the rest of my life. I'm looking forward to playing them on my own, or playing with them with friends, or even playing them with my family. I'm engaged, I'm getting married this year, and my wife loves video games. But I'm really excited for the day when I have kids. When I pull out the original Mario game on the NES, and I plug it into the NES, and I see my kid's face, and I see it hopefully light up with their first experience of video games, and how it was for me when I remember growing up and really enjoying myself playing games. I host Retro Game Night. I really enjoy playing with friends, and I have several TVs so that people can play a game individually, or we can plug in a game that's multiplayer and enjoy it together. So I really suggest to you, dust off a console, plug in a few controllers, call some friends, pick out a game, pop it in your console, and have a good time with them. These things were meant to be played. The consoles and controllers I have that are sealed, that's just for collecting items. But I always remember why I got into this. I got into this for playing games. I got into this for the experience. I can read the magazines to help me out. I can play with the figurines or let my kids play with the ones that aren't that expensive anyways, because as a collector that sometimes drives me nuts, but I'll have to get over it. Because after all, I'm supposed to enjoy myself, I'm supposed to experience them, and I'm supposed to game on for the rest of my life. Before I conclude this series, I do have to mention who won the contest from last week. In Give Back, which was collecting tip number 100, I asked you to post what your favorite collecting tip has been from this series. I read every single one of your comments, and thank you to everyone who participated. Unfortunately, though, there can only be one winner, and that winner is Jaden Brandon Keegan. Congratulations! I already commented on your post stating that you're the winner, and I'll send you it in the mail shortly. As collectors of video games, we have the responsibility to 1, enjoy the collecting aspect, but number 2, more importantly, enjoy the gaming aspect, and I believe to share it with our friends, share it with your family, and be an ambassador of gaming. Thank you so much for watching my entire series of videos all the way to the end. Without your support, I wouldn't be doing what I am doing. I really do hope to be bringing you a lot more videos and pick up how many I've been posting every week, and continue to help the gaming community and just having a good time with it. I want to wish you the best of luck with your collection, and I really hope you can watch it grow over time and have some of the success that I believe I have had. I wish you the best of luck in everything that you do, and I really hope you take the time to sit back, relax, and game on. Make sure you fill that like bucket, follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and remember, as always, game on.